welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense will have the opening possession of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plague them in a... every game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards, you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over. That's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Northwestern will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. Makes a move. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So the Washington Huskies offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, getting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Grab near the marker is Otten. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Green. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The run to the left. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give out of the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense is still in identity mode.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And it's another 1st and 10 play. They'll ride the hot hand. Fighting off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Wildcats have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give to the tailback. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 20. Yard line. Give to the single back. At the 35, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Looking to scramble. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll start this drive firing. Trying to get behind the defense. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The toss sweep to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give on the option. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
To the air, it's Murphy. Using his feet to buy time. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds him out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Handoff from the shotgun. Picks up the first down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. First play of the period, first down here. From the red zone, looking for a man. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on second and long. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to pass, it's Gray. Snagged out of the air.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. It's complete. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Under fire. Got a man. It's Butler. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Handoff to the lone back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He'll do it himself on the draw. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here?
Gonna let it fly. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He goes out of bounds right at the 30-yard line, and suddenly you are operating in plus territory. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Off play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Moves away as he feels pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he'll move it in inside the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Breaks the tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And the Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And I think a lot of times on offense, you start to get 1st and goal. People are like, why do you run outside? You run outside because you want DBs to have to tackle, you know. But they did a good job stringing this play out, not letting it get downhill and making the tackle on 1st down.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And look at the quarterback. Look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work.
And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Washington. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play?
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Looking for a man. It's Gray. Got it in the middle. It's Farrell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to scramble. Wide open. He makes the catch. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Northwestern will kick it off as we start the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to break him in the open. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Still running at the 40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Stuck on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Looking to pass, it's Murphy. A little screen to the running back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just... up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Washington. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house. Man,
it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides to back and leaves it. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Pressure coming. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. That's caught. It's Green. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. Drills him with the stiff arm. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quick completion to the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Green. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Zings it complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just now on the same page with his target.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, there is being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get this quarterback hit.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Just a hair too much on him from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Gray. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, give it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. A strike downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Turning it on! And the defense finally makes the stop after the run and good gain.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win...
Touchdown, Husky! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snagged in the middle. It's Barkley. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Lofts one deep down the right side. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. First down here for the offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. That's reeled in. It's Green. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Using the quick game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Fires left. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push upfield, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yard.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Trying play action. Oh, he wants it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it out. It's Wagner. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. keeps it on the draw.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Anderson with the carry. Quick spin on the run. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Running to Green. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And some room to work. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Working that left side now. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. He wants it all. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
After this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be